You know how you have a dog that's like a person? They're smart, you know what I'm saying? And some aren't. They're dumb dogs, okay? But dogs in general are smart. Sheep are all dumb, okay? They got like no brain and no personality. They're dumb. It's not an accident that God refers to us as sheep throughout Scripture, okay? And so just think about a good dog, right? A good dog. You know, the dog has done a little bit to be in trouble. You walk in the room, the dog's face shows, I have done messed up. Right? Think how easy it is for a good dog to surrender. Dog rolls in, just throws itself on his back, throws you his belly, like, here I am, I'm completely surrendered to you, right? Can you imagine if God would call us dogs? Like you guys are like good dogs. Like you're completely surrendered, you're completely devoted, all that kind of stuff, right? Nope, he didn't do that. He said, you people are like sheep, you're dumb as a box of rocks. Okay? Dogs take care of you. Sheep require shepherds. I mean, all those analogies fall true. Now, anyway, what he says is that he makes me lie down in green pastures. If he didn't stop me, I would just keep going. I didn't recognize this was provision for today. I didn't recognize this was the way he was providing for me today. I'm just going to keep going because sheep just keep eating and keep walking. They just kind of, and they get themselves in trouble. I mean, they don't pay attention. We as people don't pay attention. We don't pay attention to what God's doing around us, what the enemy's doing around us, to the temptations around us. All of a sudden, our life blows up and we wonder, what happened? What happened? Well, you've been trashing your wife for the last 10 years. No wonder she walked away. I didn't do anything wrong. Really? Well, no wonder your kid's in trouble. You haven't had a relationship with them for the last 5 years. All you've done was yell at them and they're in trouble. I mean, different stories. Anyway, the point I'm making is that if we just pay attention, we all of a sudden get ourselves in trouble and we look back and say, well, how did I get in debt? How did I get stressed out? How did I get whatever it is I got? How did I get there? Well, if you just pay attention, you just wandered off. You didn't allow God to stop you and make you lie down in a green pasture so he could restore your soul. That place where you're really close to God, I'm really close with God. This is perfect. I'm right where I'll be at. And then there's that place where you have a malfunction and you crash and burn and you go a different direction you ought to go, whatever it is, you get yourself in trouble. You didn't get there accidentally. How'd you get there? You wandered right past the place of God's provision and protection. You wandered right past the place of green pasture that he wanted you to lie down in, sit in, stop and rest in so he could restore your soul. You walked right past it, right into trouble. That's the way it works. We have this whisper in our brain that we don't really have to surrender to God. We don't really have to obey him. And you don't, you're right, you don't. But there's always consequences.